On August 6, 1945, the most deadly weapon to ever exist was released into the world. The U.S. set off a nuclear bomb targeted to the Japanese city of Hiroshima and then 3 days later to another one in another city of Nagasaki. The two bombs were extremely destructive and resulted in hundreds of thousands of deaths. The U.S. initiated these two bombs because a couple years before, Japan had attacked one of our military bases in Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. Over 2,400 people were killed in the attack and many injured. The day after, President Roosevelt secretly declared war on Japan and started the innovations of the nuclear bomb. The two bombs that the United States used to drop on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki were the only two nuclear weapons ever used in 1939. In 1939, before the World War II outbreak, German scientists were developing research and conducting experiments to create the first atomic bomb. The United States quickly picked up information, and in 1940 they started developing their own nuclear weapons. The scientists and engineers involved with making the bombs were called the Manhattan Project. It was called this because the headquarters were located in Manhattan, New York. The bomb itself was made out of uranium-235 and plutonium-239. President Truman had to make the difficult decision of whether or not to drop the atomic bomb, and many people think he shouldn't have, but all throughout his life he was true to his decision. Although dropping an atomic bomb on another country is completely immoral and ruthless, he had little to no other choice. Japan was ready to fight until the very end, and that would have left us in much worse situations of society. The bomb is beyond dangerous and left Japan in a destructive state, but how does the U.S. know that many more cities, humans, and land would have not been destroyed? There are close to no survivors today, but one survivor named Shigeru Matsumoto recalled the events from that day. Shigeru was a victim in the Nagasaki bombing in 1945. She was 7 years old at the time, playing with her little sister outside the shelter, waiting patiently for her grandfather to pick them up. Then at 11:02 a.m., the sky turned white and her sister and her were slammed off their feet back into the bomb shelter. Seconds later, they saw the victims of the fire struggling to stand while their skin slowly peeled. They were trapped in there for 3 days after. Shigeru's message to humans was always choose peace over violence. The bombing on Nagasaki and Hiroshima left such an important and devastating impact on the world. At noon on August 15, 1945, Japanese Emperor Hirohito surrendered. An estimated 215,000 people died from the two nuclear attacks and left the area as radioactive for years after.